Hi, I'm Priscilla Chang, and I'm the Environmental Health Officer from First Nation Health Authority. Let me begin by introducing to you what is an Environmental Health Officer, or EHO. In very short term, we're educated and certified in the branch of science called public health. In public health, we study anything basically in the environment that can harm the human health body. There's a lot of things in the environment that can be chemical, it can be physical, or it can be microbiological that can enter the body and cause harm to the human health body and make you very sick. Let me give you two examples that we focus on, and that's food and water. As an EHO, we work with a team of people in your community, public works, to deliver potable water. And that includes the water operators, Roger Lewis and Darian. They operate all the water system in your community. We also got Sean Lewis, who is a community-based water monitor. He tests the water every week for total coliform and E. coli to make sure there's not that bacteria in the water. We also got Jolene Vincent, who's behind the scenes, always coordinating with everybody and making sure there's budget to operate and maintain the water system. So let's take a moment to appreciate everything that in that water that took to deliver into your house. Can you imagine all the things that took that process that it takes to have that water in your house? As an EHO, we're trained in that process. So that every step in that process is very important. That's why we have a team of people in your community working to ensure that process doesn't fail, because at any time if that process fails, the water can get contaminated, for example. Let's take a moment and appreciate that glass of water that's in your house. When we look at the water, it's natural from the lake and everything. We never can imagine what kind of process, how we collect it, how we pipe it, how we contain that water in the reservoir. That's man-made, and because sometimes we wonder, okay, why we need all these processes at the water treatment plant, why the water needs to be filtered, because water is such a natural product, and it gives life to us. So, because that water, we have collected it, we put in a pipe, and we contain it in a reservoir, and it's man-made, it's not natural for the water. So we have to put, for example, all this treatment process in place to keep it clean and safe. For example, that's one of the things that we add chlorine to the water, and we put a very low level in there so that the bacteria doesn't regrow in the water lines, for example. So there's all this cool process that's in place in the water system. Do you know where your water is from? Where your water is located? Do you know, do you take from the lake, or is it from a well, from underground water? So everyone should know where your water is from. Give yourself homework today and find out where your water is from, because we all can take part in protecting our beautiful water resources, and that's by being aware and knowing where your water is from.
We deserve clean drinking water. We deserve to have water that you can take from the tap and you can drink right off the tap. My name is Jolene Vincent. I work for the Public Works and Housing Department with the Okanagan Indian Band. Head of the Lake needs to have a new well and new water, and the water quality has been a long-standing advisory for children under 2 and pregnant women. We have 6 water systems. 5 have water quality issues. 1 has amazing water quality. So we're actually taking the water from 6 Mile Bradley, which is in our south end of our reserve, and we're going to be interconnecting the line from there to the head of the lake, so that water is being distributed to the head of the lake residences. The water that we get for 6 Mile Bradley Creek, it's a water treatment plant, and the water comes from Panoose. So we have 2 wells that we are getting our water from. It goes into our water treatment system, and it goes out into our distribution center. The IPD stands for Integrated Project Delivery. You're working with your contractor alongside with your engineers, alongside with the owner and your funder. And everybody is working together at the same time, getting things done at that moment. And we should be done the project by July of 2022. So normally this would take a really long time, but it's using the integrated project delivery for our Okanagan Indian band has sped our process up immensely. It's gonna mean clean drinking water for everybody and more infrastructure. Right now, the capacity that we're at max capacity. So if somebody wanted to build more, homes, they wanted to come home because they live off reserve, they can come home now because we'll have better water quality, we will have more capacity to build more homes and infrastructure here. It's your health. Water is health, water is life. It's an amazing accomplishment for us to come so far with so many years without it, and then finally it's come so fast.